The big focus right now amid the massive row over the grace marks and paper leaks of the NEET UG exam. That's the entrance exam for medical colleges. We now have this another controversy breaking after the Education Ministry cancelled the UGC NET exams on Wednesday, just a day after over 9 lakh students appeared for the exam. They said that its integrity was compromised. The UGC NET determines eligibility of candidates for the roles of assistant professors and admissions to PhD programs. Now, both these exams were conducted by the National Testing Agency, and that it's come under huge criticism. There have been demands that the chief of the NTA should step down. Student protests have been taking place, and now more students are protesting over the UGC NET exam. So this massive mess has been created concerning 2 entrance exams. Lakhs of students are affected. So who will take responsibility? Do call in with any opinions that you may have on this entire controversy. Joining us on the program, Professor Dr. M.C. Mishra, former director AIIMS, and Latika Gupta, educationist. Thank you so much both for joining us. And it's, terrible to see students having to take to the streets. The kind of opinions that are being said right now, very angry, very distressed students. First to you, Dr. Mishra. We're waiting for, some people to call in, but first to you.
No, absolutely. I think this is what we have been telling, that the good sense will prevail. What they did to UGC NET last night, it should have been done for NEET also. You cancel the whole NEET process so far which has undergone and conduct afresh and ensure that no leaks, no paper leaks, no grace marks, no complaints of any kind. When they can do it for UGC NET, then why I fail to understand why they are not doing it for the NEET exam for that, because such things are never heard that we gave grace marks in a competitive examination when people have been warning that so-and-so, even from jail, will get manipulate the examination process at some centers. So why this has not been done? And it is high time now that the NTA or National Testing Agency must come clean. The only way to come clean would be to conduct afresh. And I am surprised.
Absolutely, Dr. Mishra, because so far they were claiming that there was no leak, and now we have 4 people arrested in Bihar and 1 student actually saying he received the question paper the night before the exam. We have a caller from Aurangabad, Dr. Nikhil Chauhan. Go ahead, Nikhil Chauhan.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Nikhil Chauhan, calling from Aurangabad, Maharashtra. My daughter appeared second time. She was a repeater for NEET UG 2024. Okay, she has put in hard work for 3 extensive years studying for this exam. She got good marks by the grace of God and, of course, her preparation. Now, I don't concur or I don't agree with this line being taken by Dr. Mishra and even the anchor that there should be a re-NEET, because you are forgetting the mental agony all these students will be going through again. Just because of the, what you can say, prima facie evidence is there that there has been a malpractice on a huge scale in the entire system, the NEET UG 2024. We have paper leaks which are under the police investigation. We have an abnormally high number of students getting out of marks, which has never happened in the history. 67 students getting out of marks. It's not possible. Okay. Now, according to, if you go in detail, you can see that maximum students who have scored higher marks, they are in the bracket of 600 and 720. This is the bracket where you get government medical colleges. Now, there is abnormal increase of about 15,000 students in this bracket in this year. If you go according to the ratio proportion of the number of students appearing for NEET and those who are getting this type of marks, this is exorbitantly high this time around in this year's NEET.
That's right.
There is something is wrong there. That means there is not the 1563 or 1567 students who
No,
are
absolutely,
given
and
great
that's
marks.
what we're saying, that students' future is in peril. I'm not saying that NEET needs to be, a re-exam needs to take place. That is something the Supreme Court will decide. Some students want it, some students don't want a re-exam. I know that, and this is something the Supreme Court is looking at. But it's also a time of a lot of anguish and tension for students. And as you're saying, those who don't want the re-exam to take place. Latika Gupta, your comments on this.
Realize that the mess is so big that anything that you do now to clear the mess will look like a fresh problem. But this is the moment for Medical Council of India, for medical universities and colleges to really reconsider this outsourcing model. And they have to own this idea that who they have to teach as doctor must be selected by them. And they have taken whatever the circumstances may be, but they have taken this route of outsourcing. So National Testing Agency is a very, very hollow kind of an institution. It has no understanding. It has no professional expertise. It has no evaluators, no evaluation experts, no people who understand assessment, medicine, assessment for medicine or engineering or anything else. So we have now tolerated this kind of a hollow structure for so many years. So thinking that re-exam will be a problem or not conducting re-exam will be a solution, I don't think we can now deal with this in such a simple manner. If as a society, as professional bodies, we have allowed this kind of unprofessional, not based on academic rigor kind of testing process, then this mess is now showing its own way, and we have to go through this route only to clarify or to clear
Right,
it.
ma'am. I don't think there's any doing away with this method of, this centralized exam, but obviously NTA needs a lot of pulling up. As you said, there's so much ability out there. So there's so many people who can, help and help conduct this exam properly. One has heard such horror stories. We also have Captain Jagpal calling in. Go ahead, Captain Jagpal.
You see, the fourth pillar of the democracy takes this issue very seriously, because you had the leader of opposition highly irrelevant and called for remarks and aspersions on the government. The requirement is the entire record should be seen. There should be an inquiry by a judge, retired judge of the Supreme Court. Has must roll. Nobody should be spared. These offices should be sealed. Make an example out of them, that anyone who touches the career of these students, look in this heat, but some of them can even get heat stroke. And first they prepare and then they go through this. If I will request NDTV, kindly launch a campaign. You have got the credentials, and you people can do that national job. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much for calling in with your opinion there. So a lot of, anguish, even elderly people watching the students take to the streets. We know how much, how much anguish it causes the students, how much anxiety they go through. 24 lakh people have taken the NEET exam. We are also joined by Dr. Pradeep Kumar calling in from Hyderabad. Go ahead with your opinion.
Now, you said 24 lakh have taken the NEET exam, and they've called for a re-examination.
Well, not all of them. Not all of them. Some who are taking to the streets have called. I've spoken to students who don't want a re-exam. What they did want was the students who got the grace marks that they should take a re-exam. So there are, different demands being made. But yes, go ahead.
No, my position is, why don't you take the first top lakh scorers and take the re-examination? You will be able to, why do you have to call the whole 24 lakh for a re-examination? No, that's not necessary. It can be a screening test in which most of them are eliminated. Those 23 lakh can be eliminated almost. You take the first lakh, take the re-examination, the real ones who have unfairly got marks will be eliminated. This time take the examination properly.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Jain, for calling in. Dr. MC Mishra, so, various opinions, Dr. Mishra, but clearly a massive mess with so many people, 24 lakh people having taken this exam and their futures at stake.
That's right. I think there won't be any consensus amongst the students. Those who have not scored high marks, they are all asking for a re-NEET. And to pacify majority, I think re-NEET would be a viable alternative. Parallelly, government must order, like they have ordered in UGC NET, CBI inquiry. the same must be conducted for undergraduate NEET exam also, because whatever solutions we are suggesting or anybody is suggesting cannot be implemented from this exam. It has to be in future, whether we do a preliminary examination like IITs and then take a small number of them out of that for the final exam, advanced, like they call basic and advanced, or we find another via media online examination system where like USMLE is conducted online across the world online. So I think if we remove human interface from the examination system as much as possible, all these corruption or
Absolutely,
human errors can be minimized.
and we need, thought and an overhaul clearly of the national testing agency. We have another caller, Jasmine from Chennai, and she's a NEET aspirant. Jasmine, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, I've taken the test for 2 years. I'm a dropper.
Yes.
Ma'am, in spite of my all physical issues, I've taken this NEET exam for nearly 2 years, and my family has suffered a lot with me. Okay. So,
Yes.
ma'am, it is culprits and the NTA should be punished, not the students again.
So that's right, because many students don't want a re-exam. They just want, that grace mark issue, which is what the Supreme Court has agreed that, those who got grace marks should redo the exam. Is that what you're saying?
No, sir. No, ma'am. I'm not saying that re-NEET should be happen.
That's what, that you don't think everyone should take the exam again?
No, no, ma'am. Re-NEET should not happen because I have suffered a lot for 2 to 3 years.
Well, one can imagine, and this is another anxiety. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for calling in. Many students don't want to undergo this exam again. I spoke to a student who they've given away their textbooks also, and they're really, anguished that they might have to take the exam. We have Ravish Shankar calling in from Ravish Iyengar calling in from Ghaziabad. Go ahead. All right, we seem to have lost the line there, but Latika Gupta, a lot of students, those who managed to get, good marks don't want to take a re-exam, and they're also getting very stressed. As the student said, this last week has been, a nightmare to imagine taking that exam again. Counseling is going on with medical colleges. That's something the Supreme Court hasn't put a stop to as they're hearing the case still.
Yes, I agree. And, this is where our dilemma is, that you right now are talking about human element, emotions, aspirations of young people. But we see the correctional route in technology, thinking that if there is no human interface, if there is no human consideration, then probably we will do a very honest, a very good work, but an objective work. But that's not true. Any process of selection and rejection has human elements, and therefore human elements must be kept in mind. Yes, it's a very chaotic situation, and I do not know what Supreme Court will decide, but this should teach us one lesson, that if we create such huge structures, such mammoth structures, we will repeatedly land up in such problems. Decentralization is probably the answer. If one state fails, then the number of students getting affected won't be as big as 24 million. We will have other states' models, we will have more efficient models, and there will be a collective decision making. It's not just about...
Yes, you're saying state-wise, and this is something that, Tamil Nadu has been asking, but it's been controversial. Some don't agree. They're saying we can't go to states because when the states are in charge of exams, there also one sees a lot of corruption and this paper leak issue. Ma'am, we have one more caller, Ravish Shankar from Ghaziabad. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is about in just less than a month's time, about 35 lakh students are suffering. What is NTA is doing? I mean, passing on the responsibility is not it's a regular problem. Who will take the responsibility? Will Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, who came out and said that we'll take care of it, it will not happen. In just within a week's time, now UGC problem has occurred. 35 lakh students. If you want to reduce their job issue, you will discard the students like this. I just wanted to ask the ministry about this.
All right, your opinion taken there. We have Apurva Parekh also calling in from Mumbai. Apurva, go ahead.
Good afternoon. I've been tracking your stories on NDTV. It is very shocking to see that students who should be in classroom, either in schools or colleges, are protesting on streets. And I bet there are many hooligans paid money and to protest. And many of them, your visual shows, are not students. They are thugs. But it is high time that this leakage of papers stop, and students have a bright academic future in India.
Right, so it's terrible to see students taking to the streets. You're correct in saying there are many student unions as well that are part of these protests that we're seeing currently. The NSUI, the various unions, student unions in Lucknow, etc., who are protesting. Many of them are students who have generally taken the exam as well. But a lot of anguish, a lot of anger that there should be this cancellation on the hand of one exam in which the Ministry of Education says integrity compromised of the UGC NET exam. So that basically means that the paper leaked out, and something like that should be avoided. We also have Deb Brata Deb calling in from Kolkata. Go ahead.
My query is, whenever such a corruption case happens, it is quite natural that the organizers or the people who are responsible for conducting the examinations are intrinsically responsible for seeing that the exam is fair and exam is without any kind of corruption. But the point is this, that the very first instance when a particular paper is leaked to a student, and if that student, instead of dishing out 30-40 lakhs from his rich parent, he goes to the police station and reports about it, then the matter ends at the very basic. So I don't understand that there are corrupt people among the students. They should also realize that they have a duty towards the nation and towards the testing organizers. This is my question.
Right.
How do you solve that?
Well, absolutely. And, we've heard the account of the student from Bihar who said that he was called back from Kota and his uncle handed him the paper and they paid many lakhs to get that paper. And the questions were exactly what came in the NEET exam. And that's, something that is being now investigated by the Bihar police. Dr. Mishra, your comments on this, because for the longest time, NTA and the center denied, the Education Ministry denied there was any leak, which is something a lot of students kept alleging. There have been leaks. Then we were told, oh, they were just localized leaks, but now it has come out. These 4 people have been arrested, out of which 2, I think, are students, and they've talked about how they got the exact question paper.
Yeah, that is the reason I am saying that put all these controversy to rest, and NTA coming clean is the most important aspect of the whole controversy. Because there'll be, out of 24 lakhs, maybe there are 12 lakhs that want exam, re-NEET, 12 lakhs may not want re-NEET. But how do you put these controversies to rest for this year? And from next year, you can find a better methodology, whether mechanism, so that these things do not happen. What stories we are hearing about, and it started with grace marks. Mind you,
Yes.
the grace marks, as soon as somebody told me, about 2 weeks ago, there were grace marks, I laughed. I said, what grace marks in a competitive examination? But that was
So, sir,
the
even
beginning.
there, it was not the fault of the students. It was because they were given the wrong paper. They missed out timing of the
Exactly.
exam. And, so
Exactly.
again, the NTA or the invigilators were responsible.
Yeah, they could have given a little bit more time. If the time was,
True.
if the student was at fault on time, then the student will suffer. If the NTA people were at fault, then you extend the time by 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever time lapse has happened. But you cannot just give grace marks in a competitive examination where the stakes are so high that for
No,
one mark
absolutely.
your rank
And I
can
think
go
earlier
down.
students who had missed out on time again because of the NTA's mismanagement had gone to the courts. The courts had then, said that this is a route out, that, give them grace marks for the time missed. And this was a copy of what happened with the CLAT exam. But yes, it's something that's, created this entire mess as well. We have Gatha from Kerala calling in. Go ahead, Gatha.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. What I would like to say is, first thing is the amount of procedure and everything that I had to go through just to sit down for the exam. We have to sign in like hundreds of places before and after the exam, and all those times we had to spend in the exam center to ensure safety of whatever they were trying to give us. One thing. Second thing is like, what is our future now? What should we look forward to? My question is, the only way out for us from whatever class we are in, to get out of my poverty or whatever, is education. And you are playing with our lives, and this, why do we have to suffer? I am angry. I'm really angry. I'm asking, why do we have to suffer this incompetency and this inefficiency of this testing agency nonetheless? This is my query and my angst that I'm trying to show you. Thank you for this
absolutely.
opportunity.
Thank you so much for calling in. And one can imagine so many students like you are, they've done their best. They have studied. This is their way out. They want to make a better life for themselves, for their families. And now because of incompetency, because of corruption, they're having to suffer. We also have Sharda Prasad Kar calling from the Manipal University. Thank you so much for calling in. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, very good afternoon. I am the former employee of Manipal University, so nothing to quote on behalf of the university. Let me clarify that on the first point.
Okay.
Okay. So so do not put things in. So let's put things in right perspective. This is my personal opinion. As you know that day by day and year on year, the numbers are increasing with regard to any of the competitive examination. NEET is the prime one. Why? Every parents has got aspiration that his kid should be a doctor. Then subsequently, then you have REC and all these things you have. But however, having said so, there is an ecosystem issue. And every year, we go to the market, and after we burnt our finger, then you go back to the, either to the educationist, or we go back to the court. Today, if the matter is in the court, why can't we resolve in one shot? You look at what is happening right now. You look at who is shattered. The shattered is parents, then the students. Well, if you wanted to do it, and do it on a, if there are court case which can be, if the court can open at night 3 o'clock for, let's say, for Salman Khan to get a bail, look at the students. Why can't you finish it in one shot and then you go ahead? Especially for this year, you have to ensure that as soon as this should not aggravate it further. Otherwise, it's getting a political this thing, ma'am.
Right,
so
absolutely. I understand what you're saying. The hearing at the Supreme Court has been taking place. Notices are issued. The Supreme Court has to wait for the reply from the center, from the NTA. The next hearing is now on the 8th. So far, counselling has not been stopped. But as you can see, more and more protests, taking place. Latika Gupta, the student who had called in Gatha, it was really heartbreaking to hear her talk about everything that she's gone through, and now to see this entire controversy and the anger that she's feeling, that students are suffering because of the incompetency of those who are conducting the exam.
Very much, and I'm not happy, but it had to happen one day that no professional organization, no university, no college, no IITs, no medical colleges, MCI ever raised this issue, that how can you have this one super agency conducting such large, humongous tests? And so it had to happen. The idea of testing needs to be revisited, and we have models. It's not that we do not have models. Look at China's model, which is a decentralized model. And as you were saying that there are states who do not want to do it, so they can go ahead with the centralized exam, and some other states that have the capacity, they can
really
follow
a larger conversation. I understand what you're saying, and it's interesting because I know there's some who don't agree, who said there must be a centralized system, but you're right.
And so they can go ahead with the centralized
again
exam.
and again. Sure, we have another caller, Vicky, calling in from Oxford, UK. Go ahead. All right, we seem to have lost the line there, but Dr. Mishra, your view on
I want
that.
to say one point. I want to remind you, somebody said that there are thugs. I must tell you that NET exam, by the time candidates appeared in it, they should have done their masters, and now it is linked intrinsically with PhD. You have to do it every year. So a 28-year-old, 30-year-old, if he wants to do a PhD, then he has to appear in it every year. So as a university teacher, I strongly object to it. The protesting young people should not be called thugs just because they may not look like what your image of a young person is. In a way, I'm glad that young people of this country are angry today. They are telling us that we are angry, and adults and seniors, institution holders must really, their head should hang in shame that we have created this day in the name of efficiency, in the name of centralized way of testing. Plus, more professional organizations, research organizations need to contribute to how do we select
clearly
young
it's
people.
a mess and this system cannot continue. It needs an overhaul. Dr. Mishra, your comments on that?
Yeah, no, I think Latika is right in a way, but why this NEET was brought in? Because the students could not apply. Dates were clashing between two state examinations, and they had to travel far distance. Like somebody wants to appear, take exam in Tamil Nadu, a Tamil Nadu person wants to take in Uttar Pradesh. So I think the NEET was a good idea from that perspective. Now, until a few years ago, there were 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs students competing.
Now
it was still manageable.
24 lakhs. I'm so sorry, Dr. Mishra. There's one more
lakhs.
caller I want to take. Just get their opinion. Anjan Kumar Mitra, go ahead.
थैंक यू मैम. हमें जो देख रहा है, आप याद कर सकते हैं जे 2 साल पहले ऐसा कुछ बात उठा है जी. ये जो गवर्नमेंट का जितना रिवॉर्ड था, जितना वो चाहता है क्या जितना हम लोग का इतना जो ऐसा भाटनगर ऐसा कुछ जो फेलोशिप है वो सब उठा के एक ही फेलोशिप करेगा. तो वो ऐसा ही प्रतीत होता है जे ये जो हम लोग का अभी हम जो देख रहा है NTA ये को जो चल रहा है ये उसी का एक तो स्टेप है. ऐसा ही होता है. देखिए जो अभी जो लड़का लड़की साल भर बैठा कोशिश किया है परीक्षा देने के लिए, उसको परीक्षा कैंसिल हो गया तो उसको आउट कम से कम 3 से 6 महीना तक वेट करना पड़ेगा.
No, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I'm completely out of time. Anjan Kumar Mitra, they're calling from Kolkata. And thank you so much, Dr. Mishra. I'm sorry you couldn't complete your point. I'm totally out of time. Latika Gupta for joining us. And this is an issue we'll continue to track. Now, 2 entrance exams in controversy, NEET, and now the UGC NET has just been cancelled as its integrity was compromised. We'll continue to track this story. Time for us to take a short break. Do stay with us.